The engagement ring had cost me 3 months' pay. And my wife laughed when I went down on one knee. Not a joyful laugh. The kind that warms you, but the sharp, cutting kind that makes your insides shrivel like fruit left too long in the sun. Nick, seriously, Jenna said, not even glancing at the diamond as I knelt in Yeppy, the restaurant where we always spent our anniversaries. You really think this cheap little thing makes up for 5 years of mediocrity? I'm Nick Harland, 35 years old, IT support for a mid-sized insurance company in Cleveland. My days revolve around fixing computers and pretending the endless little problems I solve actually matter. My wife Jenna? She works in HR at a marketing agency, spends half her time posing for selfies, and the other half telling strangers online how to live their best lives. It's not cheap, I said, still crouched like an idiot. It's a full carat. She lifted her phone, snapping a photo of me kneeling, then another of the ring box. Oh my God, Crystal is going to lose it when she sees this, she said, typing furiously. Look what my loser husband just tried. LOL. This ring looks like it came out of a Cracker Jack box. That's when something deep inside me fractured. Not my heart, that had been splintering for months, but something buried deeper, a dam that had been holding back a flood of anger I hadn't realized I carried. I stood, shut the ring box, and slipped it into my pocket. You're right, I told her. This was a mistake. Oh come on, Nick. Don't be dramatic. I'm just saying we should wait until you can afford something more fitting. The waiter arrived with our starters. Jenna immediately started taking pictures of her salad from 6 angles. How's the gym going? I asked, already regretting it. Amazing. Tyler's got me on a new program. He says I've got incredible potential. She said his name like it was a sweet taste on her tongue. You should come sometime. Maybe Tyler could help with that belly of yours. Tyler Brooks, 6'2", arms like steel beams, drives a yellow Camaro with racing stripes. Jenna had been training with him for 3 months. 3 months of late nights, rushing straight to the shower, suddenly obsessed with matching lingerie. Maybe I will, I said. The next morning, while Jenna was off at her early session, I returned the ring. $3,000 went back into my account. Then I headed to Murphy's Used Cars and dropped it on a 1967 Mustang Fastback, candy apple red with black stripes. When I pulled into the driveway that evening, Jenna was waiting on the porch, practically glowing. Nick, I've been thinking about last night. Maybe I was too harsh. I'm ready to say yes. I cut the engine, rolled down the window, and looked at her. I wasn't asking anymore. Chapter 2, Receipts and Red Flags. For the next 2 weeks, I played detective. Not to confirm if Jenna was cheating. I already knew she was. I needed evidence. Proof no one could deny. Being in IT had its perks. When Jenna asked me to fix her sluggish laptop, I hit the jackpot. She'd been deleting texts but forgot her backup cache. Rookie mistake. The messages stretched back 2 months. Tyler asterisk, can't wait to see you tonight. Wear that thing I like. Jenna asterisk, Nick's working late again. His loss. Tyler asterisk, when are you leaving that loser? Jenna asterisk, soon. Just need to figure out the money. He makes more than he looks like he should. The crown jewel came from a group chat with Crystal and a couple of other gym girls. Jenna asterisk, Nick proposed last night with the tiniest ring ever. I couldn't stop laughing. Crystal asterisk, oh my God, what did you do? Jenna asterisk, posted it on Insta. The comments are savage. Sarah asterisk, did he get that from a gumball machine? I'm dead. Tyler asterisk, you deserve better, babe. A real man would get you something worthy. Jenna asterisk, good thing I know where to find one. I screenshotted everything. Then I traced the money trail. Venmo revealed Jenna was paying Tyler's gym fees, car installments, even groceries, using our joint account. My wife was essentially funding her boyfriend's life. Friday night, I followed them. The Mustang's engine purred like a predator, quiet enough to tail without drawing notice. They dined at Romano's, the fancy Italian downtown. Through the window, I watched Tyler spoon tiramisu into her mouth. 17 photos of the dinner hit her Instagram story with the caption, asterisk, date night with my favorite person. Asterisk. We'd been married 5 years. She had never once posted a photo of me. After dinner, they went to Tyler's apartment. I parked across the street and waited. His unit was ground floor. He wasn't big on curtains. For the next hour, I got a live demonstration of my wife's flexibility. I recorded audio, not the sex sounds, but her voice clear as day, moaning Tyler's name and talking about how Nick could never make her feel that way. That's when I knew exactly what I had to do. Chapter 3. Public Humiliation. Monday morning, I walked into Elite Fitness at 6 a.m. Tyler was in the middle of leading a CrossFit class, muscles on display, barking encouragement at a row of housewives doing burpees. "Tyler Brooks," I called, loud enough for the room to freeze. The class stopped mid-rep. Tyler glanced over, startled. "Can I help you, man? I'm Nick Harland, Jenna's husband. We need to talk." His face drained of color. Whispers rippled through the room. "This isn't really the time," he said. "Actually, it's perfect." I held up my phone. "I've got some audio I think everyone here should hear, about how you've been training my wife." "Dude, you need to leave." I turned to the class. Funny thing about personal trainers, they're supposed to help you get in shape. Tyler here has been helping himself to my wife, and my bank account. Jenna's been covering his car, his rent, his groceries, all while laughing about what a loser her husband is. Tyler stalked toward me, fists balled. "You better shut your mouth." "Self-defense," I declared to the room. Everyone had seen him throw the first punch. By noon, the video had already made its way through local Facebook groups. By dinner, the view count had passed 12,000 and kept climbing. I forwarded a copy to Jenna's boss along with a note. Thought you should know your HR manager has been stealing from her own family to bankroll her boyfriend. Might be worth checking those expense reports. I didn't stop there. I sent it to Tyler's manager at the gym, Jenna's mother, and anyone in their circle I could track down online. The fallout was instant and vicious. That night, Crystal rang me up, drunk and laughing. "Nick, you brilliant bastard. Jenna's been sobbing all day. Her boss put her on leave while they investigate. Tyler's out of a job." And her Instagram comments, "Oh my God, you have to read them." When I checked, her latest posts were drowning in cruelty. "Isn't this the cheater from that gym video? How's the boyfriend's job hunt going? Maybe you can pay for your own dinner now. Your husband deserves better." That evening, Jenna stormed into the house screaming, "You ruined everything. Tyler won't even look at me, and my boss thinks I'm a thief." "Are you a thief?" I asked evenly. "It's our money." "Was it our marriage?" She hurled a wineglass at me. It shattered against the wall. "Clean it up," I told her. "I'm sleeping in the guest room." The next morning, I found my Mustang vandalized. Loser carved deep into the paint. Tires slashed. Game on. Chapter 4. Crossing the line. Tyler's bright yellow Camaro was impossible to miss in his apartment lot. I waited until 2 a.m., then set to work. Earlier that day, I'd made 2 stops, one at the bait shop, the other at a craft store. Amazing what you can pull off with 5 pounds of glitter, a gallon of fish oil, and a funnel. I dumped the foul concoction into every vent of his car, inside and out. Then I tucked a note under his windshield wiper. Roses are red, violets are blue. You smell like fish, and now your car does too. NH*. I was almost back to my Mustang when Tyler bolted outside in nothing but boxers. Hey. I kept walking. He caught up just as I reached my car and spun me around. Bad move. I've taken self-defense since college. Not because I'm some tough guy, but because I'm smart. I slipped free of his grip and smacked him. Not a punch, a flat, open-handed slap like scolding a brat. The sound cracked across the lot. Tyler froze, clutching his cheek. "Did you just slap me?" Seemed right. He lunged again, but Mrs. Henderson from 3B was already leaning out her window, phone recording. "I'm calling the cops," she yelled. Tyler tried tackling me. I stepped aside, letting him crash into a Honda. When he scrambled up, blood was running from his nose. "You're insane." "No," I said, climbing into my car. "I'm educated. There's a difference." Her video blew up even faster than the gym footage. The comments were merciless. "Guy got slapped by the husband and whined about it. That's what happens when you mess with married women. Mustang dude's a legend. Tyler tried pressing charges, but the video showed him starting it. Police told him if he wanted he could file civil, but no arrests were happening. The glitterfish oil trick worked better than I imagined. His Camaro reeked like a Red Lobster dumpster, glitter embedded in every seam. The mechanic said cleanup would cost more than the car's value. When I got home, Jenna tried a softer angle. Nick, this has gone too far. We need to talk like adults. Adults don't cheat on their partners. It just happened. Tyler and we have a connection. You have a connection to my bank account. That's it. I love him. You love what he represents. Young, dumb, impressed by your follower count. She slapped me hard enough to sting. I smiled, pulling out my phone. Thanks for that. Now I've got grounds for a restraining order. That's when she made her worst move. #### Chapter 5. The house always wins. Jenna thought she was clever. She snapped photos of herself with fake bruises, claimed I'd been beating her for months, and filed for an emergency protective order. But I'm a tech guy. Every picture carries metadata, timestamps, device info, even location. Her so-called bruises were staged under a ring light in our bathroom, 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, the same day her Instagram story showed her face perfectly fine at lunch. I printed everything and took it to court. Your Honor, I said. My wife is fabricating abuse. These photos were staged, as proven by the metadata showing they were taken hours after she claimed it happened. The judge was unimpressed with her stunt. Her lawyer tried to argue metadata can be faked. Until I played a recording of Jenna laughing about the plan and chatting about her affair. This woman has been destroying both our marriage and our finances to support her boyfriend. I continued. When I exposed her, she tried to destroy me with lies. The order was tossed out. Jenna was warned about false reporting. But I wasn't stopping there. I'd been building my case for weeks. Every Venmo transfer to Tyler, every late-night gym session, every dollar funneled into their fling. I filed for divorce, handing over records proving she'd blown more than $15,000 of our shared money on him. And then I did the one thing that cut deepest. I told her mother, Linda Kowalski, a kind, traditional Polish woman who had raised Jenna to believe in family and fidelity. When I showed up at her place holding printed copies of the messages, she broke down in tears. My Jenna said these things? I'm sorry, Mrs. Kowalski. I thought you should hear it from me before it came from someone else. The following day, Jenna called me sobbing. My mom won't even speak to me. She says I've shamed the family. Maybe you should have thought about that before running your little side hustle. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. You were married, and you kept a boyfriend with my money. That weekend, Tyler made his last big mistake. He decided to break into our house for what I call Chapter 6, Mustang Sally. I was in the garage, working on the Mustang, when I heard the back door splinter. Tyler had kicked it in, carrying a baseball bat. Where are you, you piece of trash? I'd been expecting this. Desperate men do desperate things, and Tyler was as desperate as they come. No job, no car, no sugar mama, and a wrecked reputation. I hit the garage opener and stepped inside. In here, champ. He came swinging around the corner. The bat missed my head by inches and smashed our wedding photo instead. Fitting, really. You ruined my life. No. I just documented it. Big difference. My phone had been recording the whole time. Tyler raised the bat again, but I triggered my little surprise. 3 motion-activated paint sprayers hidden around the living room erupted at once, coating Tyler in neon pink latex paint. At the same time, every smoke detector in the house blared. Stumbling, blinded, and dripping paint, Tyler staggered back. I grabbed the fire extinguisher from the kitchen and blasted him in the face with foam. He collapsed, the bat clattering across the floor. By then, half the neighborhood had gathered outside. Mrs. Patterson from next door was already on the line with 911. That's when Jenna arrived. What did you do to him? Home defense, I answered, still recording. He broke in with a weapon. Tyler, baby, are you okay? Tyler sat on my floor, drenched in pink paint and foam, crying like a child. He's insane, Jenna. He booby-trapped the house. The police showed up just as Jenna launched into her act. "Officer, my husband is deranged. He's been stalking us, trashing Tyler's car, and now this." That's when I played my trump card. I pulled out my phone and played the audio of Jenna laughing about the proposal, calling me a loser, and plotting to leave me for Tyler. This woman has been cheating for months, using our money on her boyfriend, and filing false reports whenever I exposed her. Tonight, her boyfriend broke in with a bat. Everything I did was legal self-defense. The neighbors all nodded. Mrs. Patterson handed her phone to the officer. "I recorded the whole thing. That young man definitely broke in. Nick was only defending himself. Tyler was arrested for breaking and entering." Jenna got another warning about filing false reports. As the police cruiser pulled away with Tyler in the back, Jenna turned to me. "I hope you're happy." "Actually, I am." I walked over to the Mustang, running my hand across the hood where she had keyed the word loser into the paint. Tomorrow I'd repair it. Tonight, it stood as a badge of honor. "You know the difference between us, Jenna?" "What?" "I kept my promises." I slid into the Mustang and drove off, leaving her in the driveway, pink paint on her shoes, with nowhere to go. 6 months later, the divorce was final. Jenna was ordered to repay every cent she'd spent on Tyler, plus court fees. Tyler pled guilty to breaking and entering and got 6 months probation. I kept the house, the car, and my dignity. Sometimes the good guy does win.